Good evening, Void Sailor crew. This is your captain, Sarah B. We have explored the dark for so long that sometimes we need reminders of the places we have seen, of the places we come from. We need to jolt our memories from the past loose to fully electrify the present. This is the Void Bulletin, stories from our journey and updates on the Void Sailor and its community. Let's get right into it with an update from last week's power outage. Some of you may have heard some rumors about what happened. Well, this week's bulletin is here to set the record straight. Yes, the power outage was indeed caused by our path being intersected by a probe of some kind. It does seem to be made from some sort of intelligence and is technologically advanced. For now, that's all I am allowed. For now, that's all I can confirm. Some quick updates on the repair progress from the last week. Emergency backup power systems are continuing to function as normal, and the rapid emergency system takeover is largely due to the engineering crew who were quick to restore essential operations and life support. Since the initial outage, Chief Engineer Nick Arbos has confirmed that several other physical and software systems are experiencing delays and shutdowns. The list of physical systems affected include water treatment and recycling, hydroponics, backup shield generators, primary shield generators, neutron capture experiment, recreational facilities, hologram generators, non-bulkhead door locks, external infrared sensors, external radio sensors, external visible light sensors, external UV sensors, external X-ray sensors, external gamma ray sensors, internal visible light sensors, computer display screen interfaces, certain clearance verification stations, hangar bay starboard doors, hangar bay port doors, micromass generator coolant system, and all lifts. The list of software systems affected include weapons targeting systems, micromass coolant manager, external communications manager, virtual letterbox, shipcal virtual calendar, attitude control, microgravity dampener adjustment manager, void med medical assistant, watt-root water manager,
What makes sense?
and certain roster and clearance verification managers. Engineers and bridge crew are working around the clock to restore services to the affected systems and areas, but full restoration won't occur until we can restore power. Also, while we know that the ship is getting quite warm without the coolant systems restored, we would like to remind all crew to refrain from drinking too much water until we can restore the water recycling systems as well. As a precaution, all auxiliary water replenishment stations have been temporarily decommissioned. I would like to be as honest as I can about something, hopefully without causing repercussions. The probe that we crossed, well, let's just say that it's still around. The Historical Society, they... Well, maybe I can talk about what I actually saw? Is that not allowed? All right then. I won't say which exactly, but in one of the storage rooms is the probe. It is a strange shape, a metallic sphere made of flat planes that fold into each other and around on themselves in impossible ways. The flat planes look like they're made of shiny, dark, metallic sands that shift and flow and move constantly, keeping the edges of the probe amorphous and undefined. When I first saw it, I was surprised. It floated in the middle of the room, The sphere quivered with the sounds of an undulating static, the bottom edge twisting and vibrating just above eye level. I walked towards it until I was under the shifting shapes. I could feel electricity all around me, prickling my skin and raising the hairs on my arms and head. The sound of the shifting grains, shifting against each other, lulled rhythmically in alternating sharp tones against a light, constant rumble. I held up my hand. I'm not sure why. As I did, I watched the edges of the probe change and bend around the shape of my skin, never quite touching me, but perfectly moving to allow my hand into the space it had previously been occupying. It was a strange sensation, electricity bouncing from my fingers, 100 tiny microscopic points of sensation in each skin cell, constant little zaps of static that left me wanting to rip my hand back, but something held me in place. The hum grew louder, and the sharp tones of the particles scraping against one another became more erratic, though it still held a defined pattern against the noise. The probe began to change, violently at first, sending out long metallic spikes far above the sphere, each one rising and falling in quick succession, like a boiling ball of stalactites. The rapid motion got faster and faster, popping into the air and back down into the sphere faster than I could see them, eventually becoming a blur. And then suddenly, it stopped. The sphere coalesced, shrinking to my height, expanding downward slightly to touch the floor. And then it changed even more dramatically. It turned into a shape that looked like, well, like me. I don't know what it was, okay? I'm not sure what I saw. I'm not entirely sure what happened next. I have a gap in my memory. The next thing I remember after that is being back in my quarters and being in the middle of taping a log entry. I stopped the entry recording and played it back to see what I had said before I regained my senses. What I saw was, well, I'll just play it for you.
The number is void, 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 void. Retry. Activate. Connecting. 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 The number is void, 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 void. Error. 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 Void number. Void. Error.
What the? Where am I? What just? Needless to say, I am a little more than confused by all of this. I have no idea what any of it means, but I immediately submitted a request for the Historical Society to try and find out more information about what this probe might be. Is it an alien? Something else? This is the captain.
Cap, this is Nick.
What's up, Nick? How are things going with the coolant systems? It's getting a bit hot up here.
Well, I have good news and bad news. The good news is there doesn't seem to be anything wrong with the coolant software, and all of the safety tests came back good.
What's the bad news?
Well, we still can't actually cool the micromass generator until we fix whatever is wrong with the water recycling.
Where are we on the water, then?
I have a team of 2, the Rackney brothers, to run through the software.
They're great at stuff like this.
16 arms and all those eyes should get them through pretty quick. They started an hour ago, so I expect an update any time.
Thank you, Nick. Oh, it looks like we also have an update from the Historical Society. Quote, "It has come to the attention of the Void Sailor Historical Society that the probe encountered by our ship last week may have its origins in the Sol Terra system and/or may be a relic of the hominin technological era. All personnel are to remain out of Hallway 3 on Deck C and are absolutely forbidden from entering Storage Area 14. Any crew members who are found in these areas are subject to arrest and court-martial by the Historical Society, pursuant to Code 16, Paragraph 3, Subparagraphs A through D of the Elif Starship Standard of Conduct. For your safety, the bulkheads at either side of Hallway 3, Deck C have been sealed." End quote. It's very confusing sometimes trying to decide what I am and am not allowed to share with the crew. I wasn't going to give the location of the probe, but... Oh, they sent another one. Quote, "The probe in question is being thoroughly evaluated. It may hold clues to the history of Sol Terra, the Anthropics, and the Exodus. Historical references allude to a hominin invention called a void number probe. We believe this probe is one such object." End quote. Wait a minute. I think I've heard of this before. A void number probe. Yes, here, in the ship's Anthropic Encyclopedia. The entry is old, and some of the information is missing. The title of the entry is what is in the worst shape. There are the characters V, O, and then some space before an NU, and then the letters P, O, B, E, with a large space between the U and P, and a smaller space, maybe enough for one character between the P and the O. It does look like it could be spelling void number probe. Here is what it says they are. Auto Moose self-replace robots. Well, that doesn't make any sense at all. It looked nothing like a moose when I saw it. It was a spiky sphere, and then it was like me. It had wings and 4 arms and 2 legs. This is the captain.
It's Nick. We're done with the software debugging on the water system.
Does that mean you have the coolant systems running?
Not quite.
Nick, I'm sweating my wings off up here. Please tell me you're close and we aren't all going to cook inside this ship.
We're close. There's a clog in the secondary intake pipe. We've taken the edge off, and I don't think it should get too much hotter than it is now.
Can we turn off the intake pipe to remove the clog?
Only if you want to blow up the back of the ship. You think the heat up there is bad? You should feel down here.
Who are you sending in to clear the intake?
I'm gonna do it.
Okay. Nick? Be careful.
I will.
For those of you on the ship who don't work in these systems, what Nick is about to do is extremely dangerous. As captain, I have taken the responsibility of learning all the detailed workings of the ship. The primary and secondary intake pipes are spaced out, but they do pull water from the same reserve tank. To access the secondary intake pipe, Nick will have to enter through the maintenance hatch in the top of the tank, safely swim past the flow of the primary intake pipe, and can only unclog the secondary intake pipe once he is safely past the current and in the bottom section of the tank. Good luck, Nick. Yet another virtual letter from the Historical Society. What is it this time? Quote, "The Void Sailor Historical Society would like to announce that it did not authorize or condone the release of information on the Void Number Probe. Please erase all information about the Void Number Probe from your memories immediately." End quote. Do they know how memory works? Huh. Quote, "The Historical Society did, however, make the announcement regarding Hallway 3, Deck C, and all enforcements and penalties apply as per previously stated." End quote. What is up with them today? Well, at any rate, it looks like the virtual letterbox systems are working again. That's a good sign. Maybe I spoke too soon. What? Why? I didn't do anything. I just read your announcement. What is a void number probe? Hello? Are we dead? Hello?
Secondary intake pipe is clear. The micromass generator is cooling. The ship is completely rebooted. And most systems are functioning normally now.
Oh, thank you, Nick. I see a bunch of reports coming in now. Keep me updated on any essential systems first, and we'll discuss non-essential systems in the morning.
You got it, Cap. Have a good night.
Night, Nick. It's the Historical Society. Oh, RE Probe History. They actually responded. Huh. Quote, "Captain, thank you for your official inquiry into the probe. Our records indicate that the probe may be highly dangerous and compromise ship systems. The probe appears to be Terran in origin. Historical documentation is sparse. It would appear to be something called a void number probe, SIC. This is a best guess based on available information and language processing algorithms. Please see attached for further explanation. The void number probe is a non-organic thinking machine sent to the stars by the hominins to explore and establish settlements ahead of biological entities making the same journey. Each void number probe is equipped with the knowledge and history of Terra. It is therefore considered to be a level 5 dangerous historical artifact and is classified as above most secret classification effective immediately. Do not respond or request further information. Delete this conversation from your memory." End quote. Wow. Okay. Well, it may take some time to get used to the closure of Hallway 3, Deck C, but I believe that we can make that as painless as possible by rearranging some crew quarter assignments. I suppose that is what I'm going to work on now. I will post them to the affected crew's virtual letterboxes in the morning. Good night, Void Sailor crew. This is your captain, signing off.
The Void Bulletin is a narrative, science fiction horror podcast by Livewire Multimedia Stories. Captain Sarah B. is voiced and created by Elizabeth Fullman, who can be found as @CaptainSarahB on Tumblr and Blue Sky.
Nick Arbos is voiced by Joe.
Captain Sarah B's model art is by Razimatazd, who can be found on YouTube at Razimatazd. This project is written by Elizabeth Fullman, co-executive produced by Gwen Fullman and Elizabeth Fullman, with music by Elizabeth Fullman. If you enjoyed what you listened to, please consider supporting us at patreon.com/Livewire Multimedia Stories. There you will get exclusive access to early episodes and fun perks like access to polls and our Discord server, where we collaborate on projects and share resources. If you like this project and would like to learn more about it or any of our other projects, please follow us on our social media accounts. We are on Tumblr at Livewire Media, on Instagram at Livewire Multimedia, and on YouTube at Livewire Multimedia Stories. But really, the best way to support us is to share this with a friend. Thank you for listening.